Hi, this is Sharon Harvey. I'm going to be speaking to you about community mentorships offer experiential learning for sustainability. Back in 2011, before the university was even here, there were just the three of us. Imagine being the very first faculty hired to start a new location for Arizona State University. What would you do? Well, that was me. You get to be the one crafting the curriculum for the general education. You get to be the one that chooses the theme for the campus. You get to be the one making decisions. Well, from the get-go, we decided that we would make this campus known by sustainability. We decided to take out all the non-native trees and put in native trees. And then we decided to have a virtual library and have all the students use electronic textbooks only. We wanted to get out and learn about Lake Havasu City and solve real environmental problems. And it was important for the university at this early stage in their existence to really connect with the community so that we could do research locally. So I decided the first year courses would include a laboratory of learning outside of the classroom. So we wanted to understand the political, the social, the economic, the environmental problems that were facing our city. We knew that Havasu had a problem with quagga mussels, and they were a pivotal project needing management in our city in order to keep our tourist economy alive. And we wanted to see boaters and fishermen and other sports enthusiasts return to our area. But we had a problem because the quaggas were spreading to other lakes and they were clogging the pipes that were going to Southern California with water. And so these were some of the things that we wanted to understand more about. And very little was known about the lake. We had problems with green algae. How was it affecting the ecosystem and our boaters? And so I created the courses. We sent the students out into the community. They researched, they brought their findings back. We had a sustainability conference at the end and invited the community to come and hear them. About 2 years into this program, I really was longing for the students to have more of a hands-on, experiential-based learning. And I was just wishing we could find a way to really rub shoulders with agency leaders and have an impact in real issues in our community. One day in 2015, a man by the name of Jim walked into my office, and within 15 minutes, a meeting of the minds occurred, and we began to dream and scheme about what sustainability would look like in our community. And so the first thing we did was we got the students out onto the docks, educating boaters about the clean, drain, and dry your boats to keep the mussels off of them. And then Jim started taking me to the education meetings with the Marine Association. He was introducing me around to all of the agency leaders. He put me up to speak, and we began to cast the vision, and people began to get on board. And so we sent them out to learn about sustainability. We had them the mentors came together around a round table, and there we crafted the projects for the year. We put the project descriptions in the syllabus with contact information, and then the students would meet with the mentors 4 to 6 times. They would get their project goals and the resources to do them and a schedule. And then at the end of the year, then they would come together for the final sustainability conference where they would present their research, and we were off and running. It also included job shadowing, and students had an opportunity to give input on the practices that were going on in their own work. They also were involved with community service. Here you can see the students are working on a low-income housing unit. They are sprucing up the grounds for a home for victims of domestic violence. Sometimes they would take to the streets and clean up garbage and trash along the way, or the washes. along the highways. And then finally, we would have the Sustainable Havasu Conference at the end of the year where our students would give to the community their research and their findings. This created great relationships with their mentors as they gained professional skills and made relationships to last for a lifetime. A lot of the students remarked to me that it was in these mentorship moments that they actually felt like their life had purpose. They felt like the things they were doing in school really mattered, were really making a difference. These are the agencies that have been helping us over the 5 years we've been doing this. The Marine Association, of course, is key. Arizona State Parks, BLM, the Chamber of Commerce, Partnership for Economic Development, Lake Havasu City Hospitality Association, Go Lake Havasu, Metropolitan Planning Organization, Republic Services, Arizona Game and Fish, and the Lake Havasu City Water Division. It's really neat to see how over time the community noticed what we were doing. And I was sitting in 2017 in a rebranding committee for the community advisory group. And at that time, some people spoke up for my students and they said, we want to do something to help rebrand the school and the community. Let's get a beach hut and put it out on the property right where the channel dumps into the lake. And everybody going through the channel can see the new identity of our city is ASU. And so that's what they did. They got a donated hut from Home Depot, and then the Lake Havasu Marine Association had it wrapped. And then Arizona State Parks allowed us to put it on their property on a prime location. And then the community began to get items for the beach hut. They gave us kayaks and paddle boards. They gave us some mountain bikes and safety equipment. This is ribbon cutting day. And then Arizona Fish and Game and Fish decided to give us some safety treatment for certification using the equipment. And as a result, the Arizona State Parks gave us all year free for all staff, faculty, and students entrance to the Windsor State Beach. So it's really great to see things come together with the mentorship program and the community coming alongside and giving back. And it's shown us a few lessons along the way. One is that we are stronger when we work our aims with those of our stakeholders. And secondly, one thing I did not anticipate, and that was the paid internships and jobs that resulted even before the semesters were out. A lot of students received employment with these agencies and life skills for the future. One story was a freshman student of mine who wrote her paper on conserving the Colorado River. I took her to agency meetings where she met other people up and down the river, and as a result, by the time she finished, after her internship, she received a job working for Lake Havasu Water Division. She is the water conservation specialist. And so it's great to see full circle how, you know, we started out with this curriculum and now we have smart minds working for our city. She is now a mentor in the mentorship program that we started. Some more photos to see. And the takeaways that I just want to share here at the end are what the agencies received. We produced a lot of needed data through surveys and questionnaires and through interviews. We also accomplished their overall mission of education through K through 12 activities in the paper and in social media. We completed tasks that needed to be done, like database entries and GIS mapping. We also created some products along the way. It was the boating app for the Marine Association and the nature site videos for the Go Lake Havasu City website, and also Body Beach documentary. Students have benefited by collaborating with key leaders on real issues, getting these jobs and internships, experience and skills. And the community has benefited by learning more about sustainability and by seeing the impact that students have had on these issues in our area. And of course, there's the donations that came along that was a surprise. And thank you very much.